What? What? Okay. Welcome back, fellow listener. We are here for another game book of Dungeons and Dragons. Precisely, we are here for the third book of the Sagard the Barbarian series. The Sagard the Barbarian series is a series of 4 game books set in the world of Greyhawk, precisely on the northeast of the Flaness, from Oratic, and maybe south of that. I don't really know. So, in the last book, our hero, Sagard, killed the Green Hydra, unleashed a demon on the Isle of the Evil Slit, kill them all, and he escaped with Quetzalcoatl, a slit girl, an innocent, a good slit girl. And the two escapes in a pirate archipelago, if I remember well. Then the third book begins from there. So the third book is the Crimson Sea. The rules are the same. The equip also is the same. We use our last cure potion against the Hydra, so we have only the magic sword and the chainmail. And the medallion. I think we have nothing else. Yep, and the 7 fire darts that kill on it. And 174 golden pieces. Better than nothing. So, let's begin. 28 points. And begin with the first part. It's even shorter than the second one. Oh, the first is so long, confronted with the second and the third. So let's begin. Introduction. Here a little map of the area. Here, if you want to see, it is the east coast of northeast coast, maybe east coast, northeast. Coast of the Flaness, near the Great Kingdom, if you know the Greyhawk setting. If you don't know, in future we read also the setting, so continue to follow us. Then, introduction. After his adventure on the Isle of Slit, Sagard and his beautiful female companion Quetzalcoatl sought refuge on the pirate island of St. Cole from the Slit assassins who lusted for revenge. As the book begins, Sagard is assumed to be a level 3 fighter. We are level 4 because we have 74 experience marks in the last book. However, before the book ends, he may well become a level 4 fighter if he accumulates 60 or more experience marks, as I see it. Total the points you have received from other books and add any you receive in this book to the total. As this story begins, Sagard enjoys the pleasures of a tropical island, but full winds blow northward from Itaxia. Soon, the Ratican Barbarian will experience terror on the Crimson Sea. Dun dun dun! Okay, section 1. I play for an hour, I think, until 6:30, no more, because I have to do some work. So I play until 6:30, then I do the work. Cruel life. Section 1. It is said that when the pirates of the realm die, they do not go to the afterworld. Instead, they return to St. Cole, the island without law. Many are the times that you have been forced to defend yourself and Quetzalcoatl, and many are the ruffians you have triumphed over. For a time, you have made a home in a cliffside cave overlooking the deep blue sea. Only a mile away is the island's only city, which is composed of rotting wooden shacks, bleached by the burning tropical sun. The ruins of an ancient Venetian fortress and numerous gaming halls where pirates drink odd concoctions from the shells of coconuts and play games of chance. On a bright midsummer's day, taking only your sword, you set out with Quetzalcoatl for Paradise Cove, where a rushing waterfall cascades into the transparent ocean and the reefs abound with conch, lobster, fish, and turtles. After frolicking in the water for several hours, you lie upon the beach, eating mangoes gathered deep in the palm forest and cooled in the transparent water, when suddenly you see a sun-reddened hand out of the corner of your eye. You jump to your feet as a motley figure dashes away carrying your sword. "Get back here before I make you swallow that sword!" you shout, but the figure keeps running. Chasing the figure, who appears to be a penniless freebooter reduced to common thievery, you cross the smooth rocks near the beach and dash up a short path which ends at a precipitous cliff. There you corner the brigand. Like a trapped animal, it turns, snarling, and attacks you with an arching blow. Instinctively, you dive away, and the blade whooshes past you. After regaining your footing, you grasp several throwing rocks. Your opponent even took armed with the Valkyrie's sword, which will allow him to do 1 extra point of damage each time he hits, is a clumsy lout who has grown soft during his time on the isle. Note: Sagard will be near water through most of this book, so he will have cached his chainmail shirt in his cave, if he has gained such a shirt in a previous book, so no chainmail for me, damn. As you are unarmed, you must fight 1 level below your normal level, so level 3. You have one other option, and that is to grapple with a brigand. In that case, you may not fight, but instead flip for a 4. The freebooter, however, fights after each attempt to grapple. If you successfully grapple the sword from him, go to section 9. If this is your first Sagard book, take a quick look at the combat sheet below and go to the rules in section 97. We already know the rules. So, the fight against a freebooter. The first fight of the book, and I have no chainmail with me. Oh, cruel. So let's start. I take my d4 dice and I roll a 1. 1 damage only. He have still 6 points. He hit me and he do 0 damage. 2 damage to him, he go down to 4. 20 to 4, and now I have 1 damage, 19 to 4. I attack. 19 to 3. 80 to 3. 18 to 1. No, sorry, 18 to 0. I win. Sorry, I forgot. You have defeated your opponent. Go to section 9. I go to section 9. Push. Defeating the freebooter. Okay. The freebooter swings wildly, misses you, and stumbles off balance. Seizing your chance, you jump him and pry your sword from his hand. Regain your sword and gain 1 experience mark. Okay. I am at 75. Whoa, that's a lot. That's really a lot. Okay. 75. Okay, good. As you regain the sword, the frightened brigand runs to the cliffside and jumps off. Scrambling to your feet, you watch him hit the water and disappear below the surface in a high geyser. Moments later, he surfaces again, shouting to you, "We have your woman, Ratican fool!" Bastard. Looking down on the beach, you see that a small dark-sailed ship has landed on the shore and 3 freebooters are wrestling with Quetzalcoatl. Heart pounding, you dash back down the cliffside. As you run, you realize that the freebooters are in fact slavers, and the attempt to steal your sword was a ruse to separate you from Quetzalcoatl. You reach the cove as the slavers shove her onto the ship and sail away. Blood rushing through your veins, you dash after it. As you run toward the craft, one of the slavers dressed in gaudy silk brandishes a cutlass and jumps into the shallow water after you. I, Brahmat the Barracuda, shall add one reticant to my score of kills. As you approach, he swings the cutlass at you, misses, and sends a spray of water into the air. As the slaver stands between you and the boat, you must fight him. I didn't want to flee, so I kill him swiftly. Now I have my sword, and I have my level 4. So you are dead meat, believe me. I have also 18 hit points instead of 20. Okay, roll 4, and I attack first, and I do 3 damage. 18 to 11. You respond. 2 damage to me. 16 to 11. I attack. Oh, sorry. No, yes, 16 to 11. Another 3 damage. 16 to 8. You respond. 15 to 8. Whoa. 15 to 4. 13 to 4. 13 to 2. Sorry, 13 to 1. Not it changed nothing, but okay. 13 to 1. And they do 11 to 1, and I kill him. You have defeated your opponent. Go to section 3. I go first. I assign 11 hit points remain. Okay, section 3. Defeating the slavers. The slaver stumbles backward and collapses into the red-tinged surf. Before you can chase the slaver's craft further, you see the great dorsal fins of great white sharks streaking toward you. You instinctively flee to shallow water as angry sharks devour the man who had once called himself the Barracuda. Irony. Gain 2 experience marks and head to section 7. 1 second. I am at 77 experience marks. Pretty useless because I can gain a level 5, but okay. Section 7. Oh. Reaching the shore. Standing on the beach, you grimly watch the slaver boat disappear on the horizon. You grit your teeth. I will rescue you, Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl was not taken easily. A slaver lies dead on the sand, the hilt of Quetzalcoatl's poniard protruding from one of his eyes. He looks like any other pirate on St. Cole. His skin is olive-colored. His clothes are gaudy. He wears a ring through his hooked nose, and his scimitar is clutched in one hand. However, one shoulder is painted with a distinctive tattoo of an enormous creature crushing a galleon in one hand. If you did not get your sword back, take his cutlass. It will allow you to fight at your normal combat level. Taking a seat on the shore, you rest from your ordeal and try to figure out what to do. Regain 8 hit points. I go back to 19. Okay. So. No, wrong. Okay. Slavers cruise the waters of the Skull Island like wolves in search of fattened sheep. Their origins range from the Valzar Kingdom to the extreme north to Takotan in the distant south. While nobody is safe from these merchants of flesh, they most often abduct able-bodied men and beautiful women. So, reasoning that Quetzalcoatl was taken for her beauty, you can only assume that she is destined for the harem of a Taxian sultan, or for a kingdom farther north, where captured women, especially beautiful ones, are forced into unholy servitude. There are two places where you may search for the beautiful Sliss woman. You can either try to learn the identity of your dead will-be captor in the gaming halls of St. Cole, Section 6, or head to the slave markets on the chance that she was taken there. I think the parrot tattoo is a most precious road than the chance in the market. I didn't know if the slavers will go there, so I take the tattoo. Section 6. The gaming halls. I haven't seen any tattoo like that before in my life. The barmaid, dressed in a lassie blues and leather skirt, says as you show her a raw drawing you made of the tattoo on the arm of the dead slaver. Sensing that the few gold pieces might oil her tongue, you consider bribing her. If you have 10 gold pieces from previous books, they might gain you valuable information. Subtract the gold from your status chart and go to section 2. If you don't have the gold, or if you do have it and want to save it, keep reading. I think I pay. I have 10 gold pieces. Why not? Maybe she have information. Bribing the barmaid. Reaching into the small money bag at your waist, you show the woman a shiny gold coin. 10 gold pieces say you can direct me to my friend. She glances quickly at the table, where 4 brownie tenant gamblers wearing snakeskin garb play cards. One of the tenites smiles up at her, and she nervously smiles back. Leaning forward, she whispers, "Meet me behind the bar. Make sure you are not followed. And be discreet in leaving lest you arouse my swain's jealousy." Waiting until the tenant is absorbed in his card game, you slip out onto the balmy night. Behind the tavern, you find the barmaid waiting and glancing furtively around. "What do you know of the tattoo?" "The gold," she says, extending her hand. You give her the 10 gold pieces, mark them off your status chart, and before she speaks, she inspects each coin in the misty light. The tattoo belongs to men who have crewed on the ships of Salamar Rabfad, as scurvy a sea dog as you will find. You will find this ship, the Midnight Reaper, anchored just offshore. Now go quickly, before my beau sees that I am gone. As you turn to leave, a voice bellows out behind you. "I'll teach you to stay away from my wench, Ratican dog." Turning, you see the enormous tenite lumbering toward you, a wide and deadly broadsword in one hand, and a short finishing dagger in the other. As you draw closer, you have a choice. You can either engage him in combat, go to section 10, or you can try to escape him, go to section 14. I think I don't want to fight him. I have no cure potions, and he appears as a powerful opponent. So I think I go with the flea. And I escape. I think I escape. Section 14, Flaying the Tenite Swordsman. I learned from the first book that the girls not always are good characters in these books for a barbarian. Me, for a barbarian. So, trying to get yourself out of a stupid fight, you take flight into the setting night. The Knight Swordsman follows for a while, but his leather armor slows him down, and in no time you have left him and his foul curses behind you. Gain 2 experience marks for having the good sense to get out of this fight before you were killed, and go to your destination at section 16. As I said, fighting for women is not a good choice in this series of book. Not a Barbarian life, 79 experience marks, and 164 gold pieces remains. Okay, section 16. Let's go. The Midnight Reaper. A warm tropical moon glows through a layer of lazy mist and onto the purple sail of the Midnight Reaper, which is anchored just offshore. The ship is of beautiful design for slaving and pirating. A large cog, she is propelled mainly by a single large sail, but has oar slots for windless seas. Mounted at the back of the ship is a fighting tower for combat, and another fighting platform is mounted on the prow. Spotting a small robot near you, you contemplate 2 possible strategies. You could sneak aboard the ship and look for Quetzalcoatl, section 36, or you could boldly row up to the ship and declare that you wish to join her crew in order to gain their trust and assess the ship. I think I go with the sneak way, because I don't like the deception way, because they attack me, so they know me. I don't think it's a good choice. Try to decept him. So 36. It's a pretty long way, sorry for the waiting. 36. Sneaking aboard the Midnight Reaper. Paddling up to the fighting ship, you hear the loud rhythmic snores of the watchmen from high up on the crow's nest. Making as little noise as possible, you make your way to the anchor chain, which holds the enormous craft to the bay. The ship is dark, except for a flickering light in the captain's quarter. Peering through a small window to his cabin, you see a massive Itaxian playing cards with a scruffy lot of men. Creeping past the cabin, you step below deck to the galley, where slave horsemen sleep chained to their seats. You cross quietly through the crew's bunking area, where a pair of drunken pirates snore loudly. Taking a stare downward, you find yourself in the hold. The gentle lapping of waves and cracking of the ship's timbers are the only sounds. Quetzalcoatl is not aboard the Midnight Reaper. Suddenly, there is a flash of light, and an oil lamp begins to burn. In the dim light, you see a gnarled Phyrexian pirate, with a long gash down his face and a black hole where an eye once was. "And what might you be doing aboard this ship, laddie?" he asks. Before you can respond, he answers his own question. "Trespassing aboard Salamar Rabfad's vessel can only get you one thing: dead." With that, he charges you with his cutlass. Flip to see who strikes first. Even means you strike first, odd means he strikes first. So, another fight. A lot of pirates and fight in this book. I have 19 8 points still, and then let's see who attack first. I attack first. I'm lucky. And I do, 4 damage. Good. You have 19 to 30. You respond? No, wrong die. Wrong die. You respond? Okay. 1 damage to me, 18 to 30. Sorry, the first 5 damage. I have the magic sword. So, okay. So he is 12, and now 4 damage is 8. He respond 13 to 8, and he do 2 damage to me, so no, not 13 to 8, 18 to 8. Now 2 damage, 16 to 8. Another 5 damage, 16 to 3. He respond 14 to 3, and I kill him. 14 hit points remains. It's pretty hard. This book is pretty hard. 14. I take a lot of damage. Okay, when you have defeated your opponent, go to section 26. Okay. 26. No. 28. 26. Carcass overboard. The gnarled pirate is stretched across several stolen casks of wine. Gain 2 experience marks. I am at 81. A lot of experience marks. Turning, you prepare to depart the ship when you came face to face with the enormous Itaxian pirate and 2 of his mates. Rarely have I seen a man fight with such grace and power, the pirate says. I could use a good fighter like you. One of his mates steps past you, picks up the lifeless gnarled pirate and throws his carcass over the side. And we'll need another crewman. I'll join your crew, you say, if the pay is good and the food is better. Salamar Rabfad lets out a bellowing log. You will join on my terms, for your other choice is instant death. Go to section 25. Okay, either way, I end with him. Sagard the pirate. I remember Conan the pirate. Now I am Sagard the pirate. I have a sort of deja vu. A brisk ocean breeze catches the skull emblazoned sail of the Midnight Reaper, and the great craft is carried out to sea. For the first several days, you watch closely as the sailors go about their business. You quickly learn the skill, thus concealing your inexperience at sea, or regain all hit points. Okay. I lost my chainmail in all of this. Okay. Late one night, as the pirates sleep, you inspect the ship. There are no slaves to be found except for the galley crew. Approaching the first mate, you ask where the slaves have gone, and you are told that they were sent on to Tabu Belabu, the main seaport of Itaxia. Somehow you must get there. Tabu Belabu. What a name. Fortunately, fate intervenes to help you. Keeping your ear peeled for the scuttlebutt, you hear rumblings of discontent among the crew. It seems that Salamar Rabfad has been cheating his men. One morning, a Median freighter is spotted. It is a slow, lumbering craft, and the men are anxious to pirate her. However, Rabfad declares that the craft is not to be attacked. Bitter rumors spread among the crew like wildfire. Some say that Rabfad has turned coward, while others say he has struck an agreement with the Medians and that they are paying the pirate not to attack their ships. As the sun goes down, you sense that the moment is ripe for mutiny. Culling several crewmen together, you prepare your speech. The right speech can provoke a mutiny. One wrong word and they will turn against you. As the pirates secretly gather, 3 modes of persuasion have crossed your mind. You consider appealing to their greed and telling them of a mythical land of treasure in the Crimson Sea. You could appeal to their anger with the captain, claiming that you will give them a fair share of the booty. Or you could simply tell them the truth about Quetzalcoatl and hope that out of sympathy they will join your quest. Really? Sympathy? With pirates? What? All of the approaches are risky, and yet all of them have their merits. As the throng of fractious pirates gathers before you, you must pick one of the 3 following speeches. Speech 1. Hear me, mates. I have it on good information that Captain Rabfad has not only cheated us on our booty, but he has also gone behind our backs to attract money from certain countries to spare their ships. We can take no more of this treachery. I say we grab the captain while he sleeps and throw him overboard. Speech 2. I must tell all of you the truth about why I've become a mate on this ship. Days ago, a dear friend of mine was kidnapped by slavers and taken in one of Rabfad's boats to Itaxia. Rabfad's boats. Rabfad's boats is a pretty hard word to say. I have come aboard to get her back. I will put an end to Salamar Rabfad's reign of terror. Join me, man, and we shall clean the Itaxian scum from the sea. Maybe not. I have it on good... Speech 3. I have it on good information that there is treasure to be found on the Isle of the Rat. A hoard of treasure greater than the imaginings of any man. And should we find that treasure, we shall all be rich and retire to luxury forever. Let us throw this scoundrel Rabfad from his ship and get on with our hunt. Pretty hard. I like the 27, the first and the third. I'm not sure what I have to say. I'm not sure. I think I go with the first option because the hate is stronger inside pirates. Instead of they didn't trust me. I am the last of the crew, so how they will trust me? I don't know. So the first one maybe is the better, 27, I think. Sorry, the third one. The third one, 21. I have to set them on another objective. I really don't know. The first one or the third. Well, the second, sure not. I go with the Isle of the Rat or with the 8. I don't know. I go with the Isle of the Rat. Maybe another objective is more appealing to them and they revolt. Maybe not, but I have to try. Sure, not the second option. They are pairs, they have no heart. So, 21, I decided. Treasure on the Isle of the Rat. Upon hearing this story, the pirate's eye used suspiciously before a lanky young sailor steps forward. I have heard tales of treasure on the Isle of the Rat. But why should we believe you know where it is? Another pirate asks. As the pirate steps toward you, you respond, why would I lie to you? You will cut me to shreds if we reach that island and there is no treasure. For a tense moment, the sailors mutter to each other. Sweat breaks out on your brow. Then, spontaneously, they charge up to the captain's cabin. You hear loud growls and thuds as the captain fights his fate. As strong as he is, he cannot defeat so many men. He is dragged from his hammock to the side of the ship and dumped over along with his first mate. You reach the deck as the gigantic captain hits the water, letting out a string of curses. "I will have revenge, Sagard! I will have revenge!" As the voice dies away, a chill goes up your spine. Note that your crew is composed of pirates, and go to section 28. I have a ship of pirates. I am a pirate captain. You are a pirate. I have to sign it up. I have a pirate ship with a pirate crew. Okay, unexpected. Pirate crew. Okay. Adventure on the Crimson Sea. Though the Crimson Sea might be aptly named for the bloodshed that has occurred on it over the centuries, it actually takes its name from the red seaweed that grows in its shallower depths and dyes the water blood red in parts. Many are the horrifying rumors of monsters believed to dwell in this ocean. At this point, make sure you have noted the constituency of your crew, for your voyage will take on very different aspects depending on who your crew is. If your crew is composed of slaves, mark that on the Sagard status chart and go to section 37. If the crew is composed of pirates who have mutinied, note that on the Sagard status chart and go to section 32. 32 is... Oops. What is 32? I jumped it. I always like Pirates Captain. A voyage for plunder and treasure. Take a quick glance at the map in section 38.9. Since the mutiny against Rabfad, the scurvy pirates have viewed you with great suspicion, muttering mutinous words under their breath. Also, you are plagued with talk of buried treasure on the Isle of Dread. Therefore, if you wish to avoid mutiny, you must do two things. Explore the Isle of Dread before going to Itaxia, and attack every Itaxian galleon that you came upon. Go to map in section 39. We reach a map. I think we can stop there, because there is also a detailed map of the ocean. See, there is a small map with a lot of letters. So, I read this and then I think I stop here, because I have the map and it's a pretty good point for a break, I think. Nice. 39 is the map. 39. Okay, good. Before reading this section, turn to the map of the Crimson Sea, then come back. Sailing on the Crimson Sea is very simple. In order to sail, draw an arrow from the hex you are in, shown as the starting point on map, pointing to the hex you want to go. Because of the tricky winds and currents of the sea, your ship may be blown off course. The winds and currents are simulated by flipping the page before moving. After drawing the arrow to the X you want to go to, flip the pages. If you flip a 2 or a 3, you go to the X. If you flip a 1, you go to the X counterclockwise to the left of the X you are aiming at. If you flip a 4, you go to the X clockwise to the right of the one you are aiming at. This may cause you to enter the same X more than once. Arriving in the new X, pick the X you want to go to, flip again and repeat the process. Keep repeating the process until you land on a lettered X and go to section indicated on the legend. In that section you may run into combat and the rules for those battles will be explained there. At no time may you leave the map or point your ship in a direction that might take you off the map. Also, you may not sail onto land. If your flip takes you onto a land X, you are shipwrecked. You may only land safely in a port. Once in a port, you may either venture onto the land, repair your ship, or both. You may not go to port on the same island twice. Bearing in mind that the Crimson Sea is filled with hostile Itaxians, treacherous jutting rocks, and vicious creatures, sail very carefully. Turn to the map for your voyage on the Crimson Sea. I have to read again another thing. Okay, I only proceed in straight line, then I have to roll, then another straight line, then I have to roll. Okay. I have the ship hit points here and the wreckage there. So I start from the north. I start from the north ovest point, north ovest corner of the map. I have to go first to the Isle of the Red because I promised to my pirate crew, and then I have to go to Tabu Belabu, I think. I didn't remember. 32 are the pirate's objective. I have to read that again. I have also to go to Ictaxia. Okay, so I have to go to Isle of Dread, then Itaxia, then Tabu. What's that name? Tabu. A simple name, nope. Tabu Belabu. Okay. Okay. Okay, then the first. It's pretty hard to see. I go to Isle of Dread, and it's a pretty zigzag road. So next time we begin our sea voyage. I hope all end well for me. It's a pretty long mission, maybe. I don't know. We'll see next time. So for today is all. A pretty short, oh sorry, my feet. A pretty short episode, but we start our adventure and we got the ship and the crew, a pirate crew. ARRRRR. Next time we see if we can save Kedskahota or not, or if we end shipwrecked on some isle. So first of all, we go to the Isle of the Red, then to Itaxia, then to Tabu Belabu. The next time is, the next appointment is Wednesday evening. So for this evening is all. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, have a nice night, have a nice dinner, have a nice everything. Bye. To the next time.